Hi guys! Welcome to Cup of Teach. This time, I'm going to discuss properties of parallelograms. Let us define first quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is a polygon with four sides. In quadrilateral, we have here parallelogram. Parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel sides. Let's go to the properties of parallelograms. The first one is opposite sides. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. So let us identify the opposite sides of parallelogram. First one, CA and TE. So they are congruent. So if the measure of segment CA is equal to 9, therefore, the measure of segment TE is also equal to 9 because they are congruent. Another, segment CE and segment AT. By the way, yung CA, pwede sila mag-interchange, pwede natin siyang gawing AC. So, dito, yung CE, pwede mag-interchange yung dalawa, pwede maging segment AC. Same din dito sa segment TE, and then, sa segment AT. Pwede din silang magkapalit ng position ng A at ng T. So, they are congruent. If the measure of segment CE is equal to 4, therefore, ang measure ng segment AT is also equal to 4 because they are congruent. Let's go to opposite angles of a parallelogram. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So let us identify the opposite angles of a parallelogram. Let's have here angle C. The opposite angle C and angle T. So they are congruent. If the measure of angle C is equal to 120, therefore, the measure of angle T is equal to 120 also because they are congruent. Next, let's have here angle A and angle E. They are also congruent. So if the measure of angle A is equal to 60, therefore, the measure of angle E is also 60 because they are congruent. Always remember, opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent and opposite angle of a parallelogram are congruent. Next is consecutive angles. Consecutive, ibig sabihin, magkasunod. Consecutive angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Supplementary angles, ang ibig sabihin naman, ay two angles whose sum is 180 degrees. So, let's have here angle C. So, kung ang given natin dito ay angle C, ang pwede niyang maging consecutive ay si angle E or si angle A. So, let's have here angle C and angle A. So, they are supplementary. So, kapag kinuha natin ang sum ng measure ng angle A at ng angle C, the answer is 180 degrees. So, let's say ang measure ng angle C natin is 110. What is the measure of angle A? The measure of angle A is 70 kasi they are supplementary. Next is angle C and angle E. So, they are also supplementary. Next, angle T and angle E are also supplementary. Angle T and angle A are also supplementary. Always remember, consecutive angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Let's go to diagonals. Let's have here segment CT. That is the first diagonal. Next, segment EA. That is the second diagonal. So, diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So, pag nag-bisect sila, it means mahati ng dalawang equal part yung segment ng diagonals. So, let's say yung segment CT binisect ni segment EA. Therefore, itong segment na to at this side, they are congruent. And the other one, itong side na to, or itong segment na to, is also congruent to this side or this segment. Let's say, this segment, the measure is 4. Therefore, the measure of this segment is also 4. If the measure of this segment is 9, therefore, this segment is also equal to 9 because they are congruent. Remember, diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Let us draw here line segment. Segment CT. So kapag nag-draw tayo dito ng line segment, makaka-form tayo ng two congruent triangles. These are triangle CET and triangle TAC. They are congruent. Another, if you're going to draw here line segment EA, makaka-form ulit tayo ng another two congruent triangles. So, these are triangle ECA and triangle ATE. They are also congruent. So, either diagonal of a parallelogram forms two congruent triangle. Let us apply now the properties of parallelogram. Find the measures of the following parts of a parallelogram. Given ang figure, measure ng angle B is 92 degrees. Segment OE, the measure is 9. OT, 6. Segment HT, 11. Segment ET, 3. So, let us find the measure of segment BE. So, ito si segment BE. Opposite of this is segment HT. So, kung ang HT natin ay 11, what is the measure of segment BE? Answer, 11. Because they are opposite sides. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Next is segment BH. So, ito si segment BH. Opposite of this is segment ET. And the measure of segment ET is 3. BH and ET are opposite sides. Therefore, BH is 3 because opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Next, HO. So, eto si HO. And then, ang measure ng segment OE natin ay 9. So, ito ay diagonal. Bisected by segment BT. So, kapag bisected siya, it means makaka-form tayo ng two congruent parts. So, kung ito ay 9, si HO is also 9 because they are congruent. Next, segment BO. So, same reason pa rin, bisected by segment HE. So, makaka-form tayo ng two congruent parts. So, kung ito ay 6, automatic si BO is also 6. HE or segment HE. So, yung isang buo. Kung itong HO natin ay 9, then 9 din to. Yung isang buo natin, the measure is 18. Let's go to segment BT. Same pa rin. So, ito yung BT, isang buo. Kung ito ay 6, the other side is also 6. So, ano yung isang buo? The answer is 12. Let's go to angle HTE. So, this is angle HTE. Opposite of this is angle B. The measure of angle B is 92 degrees. So, kung ito ay 92, opposite of this is also 92. Because opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Next is angle H. So, ito si angle H. If the measure of angle B is 92, what is the measure of angle H? So, they are supplementary. Angle B and angle H are supplementary. It means the sum of the two angles is 180 degrees. So, kung ito ay 92, ano si angle H? The answer is 88. So, kapag kinuha mo ang sum ng dalawa, 92 plus 88, the sum is 180 degrees. How about angle E? So, si angle E natin, opposite ni angle H. So, kung ito ay 88, si angle E natin ay 88 din. Because angle H and angle E are opposite angles. And opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent.
Thank you for watching. That's it for this video. If you learned something here, don't forget to like and subscribe to Cup of Teach. See you on the next lesson. Bye!